Hello, my guys, gals, and my non-binary pals. It's Gina. I definitely took that that intro or that saying from another YouTuber. Her name is Ash. She has two different channels. She does a lot of reacting to videos or media on her one channel, and then her other channel is like a lifestyle thing. I'll link her down in the description if you're interested in that kind of thing. Today we are building a vet clinic that is under 10,000, lot included. And it's only base game and cats and dogs. There is one university item, but it's non-essential. I only put it's the mini fridge. I only put it in there because I've never played with the vet career, but I figure if you are playing with the vet career that you're gonna be there for most of the day and you need just snacks. You don't have time to cook anything, but also your sim needs to eat. I wanted to build this because, as I've said before, I like building limited pack things or starter homes, challenging myself, not just using whatever I want, and you get the idea. I'm someone who doesn't really use money cheats in the game, so having low cost builds is a must for me, and that's why I made this. I don't plan on playing the vet career anytime soon, that I know of, but I know that there's other people out there who don't use cheats like I do, or you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like me, there's people out there who also do not use cheats. And this is kind of catering to that audience. Yeah, it's kind of small, but you don't need a lot, and it doesn't have any of the optional items like the surgery station and the vending machine, that kind of thing. It only has what's necessary to run the lot, so once you start making money from being a vet, you can probably afford the other stuff. And I kept the little panel on the left open just so I could see what I was spending. I didn't want to go over budget and then not want to delete anything, so I kept it open just as I was decorating to make sure that I was abiding by a budget and that I didn't get too attached to any furnishing. Yeah. So right now I'm just looking, I was trying to use debug just for decorations and stuff because I really don't feel like that's cheating too much, because I only really use it for outside stuff or plants. Yeah, so I was looking for debug to see if there was anything that I could put in here to make it look more like a vet office, but nothing really. And then when I was using these panels, I haven't used this swatch ever, and when I used them, I really, really liked them, the red and the beige, and so it kind of made it look like a cabin, I guess, or an old vintage, maybe not vintage is not the right word, but from the 70s or 80s style building that just, the vet bought it, they needed it to be updated, but they chose, they're updating as they go. It's not like they updated everything before they opened, and I liked that idea, so I kept those red wall paneling, whatever, and then on the outside I tried to mimic that, so I used this metal green roof and this brown siding, because it kind of looks, I feel like brown siding and dark walls were a thing in the 70s, the very orange warm tones. So I liked that idea. I think I keep this foundation too because I liked it. And yeah, we're just decorating the outside now. I don't really do too much on the outside. I use a lot of debug things. We're just putting some fencing in. I didn't want to use the white swatches of anything because the white swatches, it just seemed too bright, like too new, too clean, and that's not really what I was going for in the build. The door is white, but there was like no gray swatch that I liked. You'll see me fiddle with the door later on because I didn't like how the whites on this door stuck out, but I end up keeping it because I think the barn type of door just fit better with this build. And now we're just moving on to decorating the outside. The main things on the inside I've already placed, so I decided to take a break from that and do the outside. We're by the beach on this lot. This is the 20 by 20 lot in Brindleton Bay, and the beach area has these like destroyed fence bits around it, so I wanted to mimic that. Yeah, and that's pretty much what we're doing right now. I learned later that these fence pieces don't touch the ground, but I liked them too much to get rid of them, so they stay. I tried fiddling with the terraforming? What is the word that I'm looking for right now? I feel like it's not called terraforming, but we're gonna call it. This is so dumb. Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, I fiddled with the terraforming, that's not the right word, under the fences to see if it would come up and meet the fence line, but it didn't. I found this billboard in debug and I really, really liked the idea of putting it behind the build, facing the road as like an advertisement for like the vet office. And I didn't realize that it lights up at night. That's pretty cool. I at first went with this rug and then I was like, it's fine. So I kept it for now. It doesn't stay like that. I feel like the green on the door is fine, but the green on the door and on the rug, that was just too much. I couldn't do it. So now I'm just looking for like some small decorations to put around. Since it is a vet office, I did try to use like the like vet related posters, like the anatomy posters, and the breed posters. I don't think the anatomy-esque ones stay there. I think I take them out because I needed money for something else. Here I end up putting in a TV because I think it's just kind of realistic. You know, if you're not in the waiting room with your pet, maybe you're just out here watching TV, or maybe you're watching TV while you're waiting. Yeah. So now I'm looking for more things to put outside because the front part just doesn't seem like full enough. It still seems kind of empty. Yeah, and I wanted to put in a little vehicle here to, I don't know, I just thought it'd be a nice touch. It kind of is weird because where would you drive, like how would you get to the road? I don't know, but it's The Sims, who really cares? This is when I'm realizing that the fences don't touch the ground, and I try to fix it, but then I'm like, it's fine, just don't look too close at it, and it's fine. You really, really can't notice unless you're, like, zoomed in looking at the fences. It looks, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine for our purposes. I didn't want to spend money on a real fence. Yeah, and I just put some, terrain paint down. And this is where I put in, that little mini fridge from University. That's definitely not necessary, so if you don't have University, you can still download this build if you have cats and dogs, and quite obviously the base game, and it'll still be functional. Like I said before, I only put it in there for convenience factor. I've also never tried putting in, like, making a vet office that's also, like, doubles as a home. I know you can't really do that. Like, you can't live on, like, a retail lot in The Sims. Well, The Sims 4. But I know that some people, like, buy just blank lot, don't put anything on it, an empty lot, and then spend all of their time on their retail lot that they bought. Maybe I'll try that someday, making like a vet office that doubles as a residence. This is where I'm fiddling with the door, and I end up deciding that the barn kind of feel was better for my purposes. And now I think I'm trying to find things to decorate in here, but I end up going to debug again because I don't want to pay for anything, and we're running low on the budget. I think in the corner right now it says $9,910, so we only had $90 playroom right now. This is why I heavily relied on debug for like the outside stuff, because there's no way I could have built something this like nice in quotation marks, because this is supposed to be like a starter vet office. There's no way I could have built something this nice without debug. And then here I just add a plant and a tissue box, and I alt place it with the OMSP shelf. Yeah, only one of the plants stays. It just felt too crowded. It felt like a florist's whatever with them in there. But we're coming to the end of the build, so thank you all for watching and hanging out with me. I am live on twitch.tv/walskishere. That will be linked down below. And all of my gallery info, all of my other socials will be in the description. Okay, love you guys. Bye.